Hometown Heroes. Mark Allen's Hometown Heroes brought to you by Roxbury Truck Repair and by Phillips Iron and Metal. Joining us in studio today, our hometown hero today, Steve Nordhagen. Steve, good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
Good to have you back in the studio. It's been a while.
Yes, quite a while. I don't think I've been here since I was the mayor. So,
well, it's good to have you back in.
Yeah.
How you been?
I've been fine. I, just been kind of. I don't want to say I'm busy. Right now I'm kind of bored. I sold my garbage business and obviously not the mayor anymore. So I just don't have a lot of stuff going on.
We could probably put you to work here at the radio station, I suppose. If you really,
I'm kind of looking for a job. Your job would be awesome. I don't want to go do anything outside. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. So let's find out a little bit about Steve. Let's go back. Where were you born and raised?
Oh, born and raised here. Went to school here. Graduated just barely from Lincoln High School. That's what my teachers told me anyway. But, I've had a lot of good experiences here. Kind of knew what I wanted to do from the time I was young. I mean, I loved working with my dad, doing stuff on the truck. And, after I graduated high school, I went to Florida for about 6 months to, what kids do after. So I was there for 6 months, and I thought, time to get serious and come back. And so I came back in December of 74. And started working for my dad and eventually bought the business. And, I have no regrets.
Well, that's, you're one of the stories about family business. A lot of kids move on to other things.
Yes.
But there are some that stay with the family business. And it sounds like that's kind of what you had in mind all along.
Yeah, it is. I wrote we had to write a story when we were in sixth grade of what you wanted to be. And I wrote that I wanted to be a minister because he only worked 1 day a week and he got paid $12,000 a year. And Millie Ryerson, I don't know if you know Millie or not. Yes. She still has that thing and she brings it up every time we get together at a reunion or something. But seriously, I really did. This is what I want. I wanted to haul garbage. I like driving trucks. I like equipment, and I like working with people in the community. It was a blast. So I really liked it. And
you got that outdoors on a truck, people, all of it.
Yeah, it had everything I wanted, and the older you get, it's being outside in the winter it's more uncomfortable.
It's tougher on us as we age, doesn't
it?
No
kidding. I think back when I was a kid, it was never a big deal being outside. I was rarely cold. But so, through the course of the business, we started automating things. And now the guys, they don't even have to get out of the truck. So, it's still a good gig. We had good people there. And so things are going well. And I'm just happy I could be a part of the whole thing. So watch all the changes.
Now, of course, you also got into politics, as
yes,
we know.
Yes,
it was as a mayor was you didn't go on council. You went right to mayor, right?
Yes, I ran for mayor. I don't even remember who the heck I ran again. Oh, Dave Carlson. I just seen some things I thought I could do better, and I thought, I'll give it a shot. Most of it is public relations, talking to people. I love doing that. I knew a lot of people, so it was a nice fit for me. And I got to say, I was mayor for 6 years, and I enjoyed 5 of those. So.
Which isn't always easy because you deal with the public, and of course, we were talking before we went on the air. It's you can't please everybody.
No, of course not. Yes.
I mean, that's pretty obvious. But you like to do your best, and you like to give back to the community that you grew up in.
That's the thing, I mean, the thing. Any politician has got to be involved in what's going on wherever they represent, and if you're not out there talking to people, finding out what people are looking for, you're just not going to be real successful. So, I'll tell you, being the mayor is very time consuming. It's not something that you can, I know I made a comment the dog catcher got paid more than the mayor did, but their comment was, but they actually provide a function to the community, which I could argue with. So, but, you need to be out there, and, I was out there every day. I mean, my work put me out there, so I got an opportunity to talk to people and find out what they wanted, and I like I say, I had a really good time. I was mayor for 6 years, but some of the stuff is not so fun. So.
Right. But you also have to have somewhat of a passion for it, because otherwise it'll burn you out right away.
Yes.
And you did run a couple of times, 6 years, I think, right? So it'd be 3 terms.
Was 3 terms.
Three
Yep.
terms.
Yep.
So you were either glutton for punishment, or you actually enjoyed it for a while. So
I was just talking to Lori when I came in here. Her dad was mayor for 20 years, and I tell you, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And I talked to Bob before I came mayor. I said, because I always like Bob, said, hey, what was your secret? What do you do? He said, what I did when anybody asked me to do anything, I don't care if it was go to a Girl Scout meeting, he said I was always available to do all those things. And that was really good advice. I went to a lot of different things that, I frankly loved just about all of it, So that was very good advice. So
yeah, and it's that kind of comes to what our hometown hero is all about. It's again, like I say, you're not going to please everybody. Not everybody's going to like you as a mayor. Some are going to really enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
But when you come in as a mayor, it's you get a bit of a salary, you get some money, but basically you're volunteering in a position to give your time, as you just mentioned, to go to different things. So you're volunteering to give your time to a city.
Well, yeah, you need to you want to, if you're not interested in giving back to your community, politics is not a place for you to go. I was never a very good politician. I usually got in trouble, said a lot of things that actually I told April, I said, quit quoting me. I said, you need to change it up a little. That's not quite the way I put it. But anyway, it's so, if you don't want to give back and go out and do all those things for people, you're just not going to be successful. And I felt my 6 years here, I did a lot of things that I wanted to do, and I felt like I had a successful mayorship, I guess. But it's the first year is really it's complicated. This is a huge operation, the city of Thief River Falls, and it's almost a different language that politicians speak. They all talk in acronyms and all those things. So, but local politicians, they're the real people. Yeah. You look at what's going on with the feds and all that. It's just awful. So,
it is tough. You're right.
Yes.
Our guest today, Steve Nordhagen, our hometown hero. We're going to visit with him more in just a moment. It's, of course, brought to you by Roxbury Truck Repair, a truck shop for truck and trailer maintenance and repair. It's Roxbury Truck Repair of Thief River Falls. And Phillips Iron and Metal, accepting all ferrous and non-ferrous metals, including but not limited to stainless steel, copper, brass, aluminum, lead, insulated wire, nickel, high-temp alloys, precious metals, etc. Whether you bring the materials to us or we bring us to you, we provide quality service at competitive pricing. Our guest today, Steve Nordhagen. And Steve, now that you have a little more time on your hands,
yes,
sometimes, do you stay busy? Do you like still volunteering or doing things, keeping busy and trying to do things in the community?
I bought a house in Florida. My intention is to move down there. This will be my last winter here, just I cannot stand the cold. But, I volunteer on a group, Thief River. It's Jim Stranley. We give money to organizations that, we gave money to, like the dog place,
Humane Society,
stuff like that. We give out grants. That's the only thing that I do. And and the reason I got into it is Faye Ockenpog came to work, and we have what we call a buck up program where you can add $1 to your garbage bill. And that goes, we take that money, we put it in this fund, and then we give it back to the people, and everything is spent here locally, which is something that I like. But, I've spent a lot of times on committees. I just, it's great to do, but, I'm just kind of winding down, I guess. I don't hardly go to a hockey game. It's like it's too dang cold. Yeah.
Well, you look back, Steve, back at some of the things you were involved with. What are some of the things you really enjoyed? Obviously, you enjoyed your work because you talk a lot about that.
Love my work, yes. And, being involved with the city, that was like a 6-year education, just learning all the things. So I think being mayor was, something that I enjoyed a lot. My wife, she hated me being the mayor, my kids, they'd always see me come home and say, oh, you got another meeting, But I enjoyed doing that stuff. And, now I'm looking, I'm moving to Florida. I bought a place down there in the Villages, which is all old people. You got to be 55 to get in there. And so I'm looking forward to playing golf with my brothers down there. This summer, I started racing cars. And that I love. That is like a highlight for me. It's
racing cars.
I've always wanted to do it. My wife would never let me. So once she passed, I had a guy that works for me, Dave Myers. That's what he does. He builds race cars.
Yeah.
I said, Dave, will you build me a race car? So I was going to Greenbush and Grand Forks, Bemidji, and I'd wreck one, and then so now I got 2 of them. So when I wreck one, then I can still continue on for the rest of the weekend.
So that's what you're doing with your extra time now. You're racing.
That is my new passion. Yes, I love stock car racing. It's unfortunately I can't fix anything, so I'm reliant on people
yes,
to help me.
Relied on a crew.
Yeah, and you go to the races. These are mostly young guys, some young girls, and it's kind of fun to watch. They really know a lot of stuff about cars. I'm very, very impressed. But I just drive them. I'm like Tom Cruise, and I just come
just
up there.
Older.
Just older. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this summer is driving my race car. And after my daughter will graduate in the end of May. And then probably about September, I'll be heading to Florida for good.
Well, it's been a good run here. We appreciate all that you've done for the community, too. And like I said, not everybody agrees with the mayor, but just putting your time in, I think I say thank you for your time serving, too, because it's always good to have people step up. And when they,
very important.
Right or wrong, if you care about your community, I think that's a big part of it.
You bet. You bet. You're not going to agree with everybody, but, they're doing the best. Everybody does the best they can, I think. So.
Steve, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Best of luck in your retirement. Enjoy it.
All right. Good to see you, Mark. Thank you.
Steve Nordhagen, our guest today on our Hometown Heroes, brought to you by Roxbury Truck Repair and by Phillips Iron and Metal.